Hello everyone, welcome to MES e-learning channel. In the last session we have understood about content analysis and how to do content analysis, right? Now for teaching your content is ready. You have analyzed your content and all the things that you want to teach is ready. Now the next thing that we need to do is your content mapping or concept mapping. Okay, so this is like a visual representation which will give you a clear idea about what you are going to teach. So in this session, let's understand more about concept mapping. So what is a concept map? A concept map or a concept mapping? So concept mapping is a technique that allows you to understand the relationship between ideas by creating a visual map of the connections. So now when you have done content analysis, you know what are the things that you need to teach. So then you are trying to create a visual representations of the same through a concept, through using a concept map. Again, to specifically tell you what is a concept map, it's a graphical representation where nodes, that is your points or vertices, represent concepts, and links, that is, it is representing the relationship between the concepts. So if it is arrow is only towards one side, it shows that it is indicating that the relation is in that side, right? If the arrow is between both the sides, it shows it is interlinked together in a way. So using your concept map, you're showing the relationship between the terms and concepts that you have explained or you're going to explain. So the concepts and sometimes the links are labeled on the concept map. So the links between the concepts can be one way, two-way or non-directional. This is what I was telling you. So it can be linked in one way or it can be linked in two ways or it can be non-directionals. The concepts and the links may be categorized and the concept map may show temporal or causal relationship between the concepts. So like you see here, what you see here is a concept map that is being made in an elaborated form. So here all the details have been put in and it is also showing the link between the terms that is used. So what is concept mapping allowing us to do? So it see the connection between ideas you have already, you have already taken out some ideas from that particular concept, right? So it helps you to build a connection which can be helpful in studying for an exam, and it is also helpful for you as a teacher when you use that before teaching. And it connects new ideas to knowledge that you already have. Like for example, see, now when you're preparing a concept map, you will do your brainstorming. Correct? So through the brainstorming session, you will understand the terms and then you will create the whatever topics or the ideas will come into that particular concept. Everything will be there. So it is helping you also create a link between your previous knowledge to a new knowledge, right? And organize ideas in logical but not rigid structure that allows for future information or viewpoints to be included. It is not very rigid or just where you can make no changes. Your concept map can be, you can add more information as per the future learning that you will be doing. So what are the steps to make a concept map? First of all, read text and highlight important ideas. So when you're doing content analysis, you have already done this part. Identify the key concepts. Make a list of your general and specific concepts. Then it is very easy for you to bifurcate and put in, right? Then place the concepts in front of you. It is like laying out the information that you have collected. Join the concepts with lines, label the lines with linking words. So when you try to link them, you are organizing it, right? You're creating a linking stage there between the concepts. So first you do brainstorming session and then you list out all your informations that you have taken out from that particular lesson. And here you will lay out all the information. Then you will create a link and organize the content or organize the content in the form of mapping that you do, right? And then finish the mapping of all the concepts, join and join the concept with lines, label lines with linking words if you have, finish mapping of all the concepts and put cross links and arrows. So when this is done, it becomes very clear in front of you. What are you going to teach? What is the topic? What is the subtopic? What is the relationship? Is there a cause and effect relationship here? What it is? And what is it that is linking between the terms? Everything becomes very clear after doing your concept mapping. So this is an example of English. This looks complicated. You can make it in a very simple form also. Here, but it is a broad way where you get a detailed understanding about writing essay. So if you see here, in writing essay, the entire information about writing essay is presented in the form of a concept mapping. So isn't it a very nice visual representation? Right? So when you look at it at one glance, you're getting entire information. Now same way about nouns. So types of nouns are also shown here. Economics. So in this concept map, you know that it is about poverty, and in poverty, what are the points that, so I have already analyzed and kept, no, when I did my content analysis. So now I know in poverty, I'm going to talk about causes. So in causes, there are 2, and then what, or 3. Right, so I have organized it, and then I have anti-poverty measures. What are they? So that has been brought in, and then challenges. So this becomes very clear what I am going to teach in that 30 minutes or 40 minutes as per your time of your lesson or your lecture, okay? In maths. So these are just examples that I have presented in front of you, which you can just see and have a look, and then you can think about how you can make your concept map in your particular subject. So concept map has to be done anytime before teaching a particular content. So first you take a content, you will analyze the content, you will take the important parts of that content, and then what are you going to teach from that content. So that will be mapped out correctly in your concept mapping. So uses are, it helps in teaching and revision of topics. It is also good for students because in one look they get an entire idea about the concept. It can also help in checking their learning and identifying their misunderstanding. It is good for assessment. It is good to generate ideas, communicate complex ideas, to aid learning by explicitly integrating new and old knowledge. That is the link that we are creating between their previous knowledge and the new knowledge, because they already have an idea. Like for example, in economics here, if I showed you a concept map, right? So the child already knows about poverty and the child has learned the causes. Then the new knowledge is anti-poverty measures and the schemes and programs. So that's a new knowledge, but you're linking it with their previous knowledge, correct? This can also be done using concept map. Okay, and then these are the uses of concept map. I hope it is clear. Advantages, what are the advantages? It's a dynamic tool. It helps in clarifying ideas. It gives deeper understanding, visual symbols, and it is very quick for you to learn using all these things. And even when you present it in front of you, you get a clear idea about what are the concepts that you're going to teach. Minimum use of text. And when you use minimum text there, because you don't put the entire content there, you only use keywords or your key terms in that, right? So that becomes again easy to get a general idea, and visual representation allows for development of holistic understanding. So these are the advantages of using concept map. So these are some mind mapping softwares that you can use for preparing your concept map. So in this session, we have understood how to make a concept map and the advantages of using a concept map. Now, when you plan for your lesson after content analysis, when you put a concept map in your lesson plan, that it becomes very clear for you what you're going to teach, and even for anyone who is assessing your teaching learning activity. So that's all in this session. Thank you for listening and have a good day.